Versus the Gronks. Game 5 of Super Saturday on Easter Sunday, coming to you live. It's been fun so far. Paulie has gone for a quick lunch break, so hopefully he'll be back to join us again soon. Just sending the live broadcast to the banner page. There we go. Got it out there. So here we go. Gavin Cooper brings out the Muffin Stuffers. I do quite like both of these teams' uniforms, actually. You have got the traditional Souths colours there for Muffin Stuffers. Up against the Cronulla Sharks uniform or colours of the Gronks. So Ruben Garrick about to start this game off. There we go, we've got our man on air, and I bet you the bottom dollar that it is Frankie. So welcome, Frankie, thank you for joining us. Loved your setup. On the big screen, Super Saturday coming to you on Easter Sunday. And there's the first hit up by Gula for the Gronks. Oh, here we go. Good job. So, Muffin Stuffers still languishing at the bottom of the ladder at the moment. Even another loss by Tiger Power couldn't push them down far enough to lift them up. And the Gronks playing some solid football and getting wins where they need to. Usually through that man, Valentine Holmes. After his return from the NFL, has done far better than Jared Hayne at this stage, and would do well not to go for a long drive to the Hunter on grand final night. Oh, that was terrible. He's kicked the ball into the player in front of him, and all of a sudden the Muffin Stuffers are attacking. How far out are they? 40 out from the Gronks line. So let's see what they've got lined up for him here. Only changes to the teams. We saw Adam Reynolds go to the starting halfback position in place of Mitchell Pearce. I've also made him the goal kicker, so look out if Muffin Stuffers give the Gronks any shots at goal. Kelly throws it out to Vunivalu. So again, you look across the lineup of the Muffin Stuffers, and it's hard to believe that they're still on a duck egg and languishing in at last position. Puts the bum up near the post. That has proven to be a good... Oh, and Val Holmes. Val Holmes is going the length of the field. They're not going to catch him. He dead set just caught that a metre out from his own line. Steps his way through, and on the 8th minute Valentine Holmes goes the length of the field to put the Gronks in front 4-0. Isn't it a remarkable stadium, the SCG? The history on that hallowed turf. So here we go, Adam Reynolds lining up the kick at goal, and you'd certainly expect him to pop that easily. And there we go. So 6-0 to the Gronks, 8 minutes into the game. Like, what do you even say? Like, Muffin Stuffers start the game from behind yet again. As you can see, both teams sponsored by Vodafone. Muffin Stuffers have it on the back of their uniform. Frankie and the Gronks display it very proudly across the front of their uniform. It's not every day you see a baby blue, black and white team with a sponsor on their uniform. So it's good to see Vodafone have stepped up for them. So it's probably safe to say Frankie's attacking from the Gronks is doing better at the moment than the Muffin Stuffers. Gula with a hit up. Probably the only weak link in the Gronks is their front row, with Gula and Rudolph. Two not heavily known names, but look, they're doing their job. They're getting over the line. So here we go. Puts it straight down Ruben Garrick's throat. And then he gets pumped there. Paul Vaughan with the hitter. So this is a stark contrast in teams. Good lineup with the Muffin Stuffers with solid front row of Paul Vaughan and David Clemmer versus a pretty good lineup from the Gronks with a very young green front row of Gula and Rudolph. And look at the positions on the ladder and the difference there. So Gavin Cooper, the captain of Muffin Stuffers, brought down 15 out on the last tackle. Oh, Chad Townsend has a start with the Muffin Stuffers. I don't know how Gronks let that occur. That is nearly as bad. Oh, that is nearly as bad as everybody letting Tiger. But dead set, the Muffin Stuffers have just dropped the Gronks twice. Two great hits. How's your lunch, Paulie?
Oh, it's great.
What are you having?
Oh, a little bit of leftover steak.
Oh.
Steak singer. With some cheese. And a little bit of multi-grain bread there. Wow.
Very good. Now, can I just remind you that the sounds you were making while eating your lunch are enough to send Frankie's heart into a flutter. Can I just get you to keep it down a little bit for us, mate?
Well, that was the plan.
Oh, and so the Gronks have decided to start whacking back. I tell you what, this is going to be a game of big hits at this point.
Nothing like Gronks having a whack.
Mate.
Whack? You said whack?
Yeah, great. Gronks love a good whack. I was just saying before the travesty that Frankie has allowed Muffin Stuffers to sign Chad Townsend.
That's a surprise more than anything.
That's what
I don't know if it's a travesty. Like,
well, I think it's borderline similar to all of us allowing Tiger Power to sign both Trebojevic brothers.
Yeah, that's the travesty, the true travesty of this competition.
Yeah, I do not know how that happened, but it has.
Yeah. Now, forgive me if how's my mic sounding here? Because I've had to put in outside of its usual position so I can drink.
Yeah, very good, mate. You can hear you clearly. So, just in case you missed it, the try by the Gronks was a bomb taken by Valentine Holmes, a metre out from his line, and then proceeding to run the next 99 metres to run under the black dot.
So Val Holmes, was it?
Val Holmes.
Makes sense, really.
Well, you know what? Still the only player to actually score a double in any game so far. Fun fact.
So what happened with Tedesco? I did make the prediction during the barbecue session that I believe Tedesco was going to take the reins as leading try scorer of the Dominato Cup.
Well, he did score. I didn't have a look, so maybe after this game we'll go and have a sneaky look at that. Because Val Holmes has also scored now, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're not neck and neck if Val Holmes just went back in front.
Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah, but Tedesco did score, so your little prediction during barbecue sessions, maybe for at least 4 games, did come true.
Oh, well, and then Val Holmes has gone, don't forget about me, son.
Hold my beer, Val Holmes says.
I believe Val Holmes is more a Appletini kind of guy.
Oh, okay, sorry. He said, hold my Appletini.
Yep.
Now, I will go onto the record, and hello... Oh, that'll be you, isn't it? I thought somebody else joined us. Frankie's always with us. Did you see the setup on the banner page? I'm quite impressed.
Those unicorn headphones.
How do I get myself a set is what I said when I first saw it. Here we go, we've got another person joining us. Thank you for joining us. I'm nearly willing to say I bet that's Cecil as well. And I must admit, like, credit where credit's due, Cecil and Frankie have been keeping this dream alive. They are both always on when we are running live. So it's good to have you, fellas. Thank you very much. Cecil, a reminder, mate, you have been added to the party. So if at any point you do want to get on and have a word, feel free to just accept the party invite. Whenever you're ready, mate, no pressure. However, we do only have, say, 1.5 games left because it's nearly half-time in this game. And the Gronks are leading 6-0 over the Muffin Stuffers.
And not surprised.
No.
I did call this that the real miracle in this game would be Muffin Stuffers scoring.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've gone a step closer. The Gronks have given them a bit of a hand here. They're starting a set of 6, 15 out from the Gronks line.
Sounds like a perfect opportunity for Muffin Stuffers to stuff this right up.
Well, that was a good use of the team name there, Muffin Stuffers.
I don't get called the Stuffers for nothing.
No, that's exactly right.
Knock on. Damn it, that would have been a great time.
I think we've got to be careful just talking about stuffing muffins in front of Frankie could cause a little bit of a... And has anybody actually realised? See this close-up of the grass there? It dead set looked like weed. Cole Flanagan, by the way, just goes through a massive gap and scores next... He did too, didn't he? I don't think he knew what to do. This is new territory for the Muffin Stuffers. He's like, what do I do here?
Guys, what do I do now? And the coach just yelling from the sideline, put it down, you dickhead.
Stay away from the fireworks! Stay away from the fireworks! Muffin Stuffers have taken stay away from the fireworks to a whole new level, just clearly not going into their part of the field where they are. Yeah, until now.
They do spend a lot of time gathered around it, similar to what the Gronks are at the moment.
Well, true that. They do often stand around the fireworks and have a chat about how they plan to stop. Actually, have you seen the detail in the tattoos? You might not get it on YouTube. It might not be as good a...
yeah, no, it's not too bad. Like, but, I think... That's Adam Reynolds, and he's got the tattoo of 2 dogs fornicating, I believe.
No. You said Adam Reynolds, not Mitchell Pearce. I swapped him out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Glad we clarified that. That could have been dangerous.
Exactly.
So here we go. Muffin Stuffers attacking. Not used to taking a kickoff in the middle of a half.
I was just surprised to see Ruben Garrett kicking for goal. Just been seeing him kick off. Typical Muffin Stuffers. Wow.
Yeah, so...
I know there's a delay, but make a line break and just pass to the wrong team. Holy shit.
Actually, I like the delay because I like your reaction when it comes up. I didn't say anything about it, and you've gone, wow. So here we go. Can the Gronks find something to cross the line? Last tackle now.
New little fan joining us shortly.
Oh.
She's trying to master the stairs like Muffin Stuffers try to master a football.
Well, we're going into half-time with the scores all locked up. 6-all.
Yeah.
Interesting first half. There's Boyd Cordner. Look at him there. Can you hear me now, Paulie? No, I think I've lost Paulie. He might have run down to pick up Evie while she's trying to climb the stairs.
Accidentally unplugged.
Oh, no, you're right, mate. All good. So the Gronks about to start us off for the second half with a kickoff from Adam Reynolds.
Holy Jesus, Muffin Stuffers won't know what to do with themselves. This is the second kickoff they're receiving.
I know.
In a row.
I'm surprised.
When has that happened?
Surprised Dugan caught it, actually. I felt it might have been similar to when they crossed the try line of, what the fuck do I do here, guys? I've already caught one. Well, how many of these do they want me to catch?
Yeah, I'm not paid to catch things.
No. Hey, soon enough you won't be paid at all, Dugan. Sending you back to reserve grade and probably making you ride out your career from there, because I can't imagine another team's going to jump on him if the Sharks let him go.
Let's look at this. That Dugan is going to be paid to play reserve grade. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
And New South Wales Cup is cancelled for the year. Hello, easy money.
Oh, well, expect to see Josh Dugan sitting on a rooftop sucking down a breezer soon then. Was it a breezer or a cruiser? Did we get to the bottom of what it was?
Maybe a cruiser. Oh.
Hello, young Evie.
It was a cruiser.
Ah, it was a cruiser. The old pineapple cruiser, was it? And Gronks have made a break and passed the ball to Muffin Stuffers.
And, yeah, Muffin Stuffers' efforts here is really upsetting Evie.
Well,
you call this football?
I think they're in the game here. Like, they played Mumba out and went down 24-0. Oh, no, we're 46 minutes into this one. 46 minutes against Mumba out and they were already down 24-0. So, 46 minutes against the Gronk and they're all tied up. They'd be hoping that their chances are good here. That was a good tackle from... have you got Jaden or Blake Brayley in your hooker, Frankie? He just floored Paul Vaughan.
Well, yeah, that happens. Like, it's a bit like Paul Vaughan's kryptonite, really. Cannot stay on his feet around a hooker.
Oh, I know a certain mate of mine who can't do the same. So, in fact, often drops to his knees when he sees a hooker. It's like, mate, you're paying them to do that. Oh, sorry. Anyway, we're off track again.
I can't believe how often that happens.
Here we go. What have we got? He's got Jaden. So Jaden Brayley flattens Paul Vaughan.
Yep. Again, that's just what hookers do around him.
Mate, absolutely. Absolutely.
So what do we got here? It's 6-all. Muffin Stuffers, you know, giving everyone the illusion that they're playing football, and the Gronks just, would you say, toying with them at this stage?
Well, I would like to think so. That has been a dangerous practice in the past. We have watched many a football team toy with their lesser opponents and then forget that they actually have to turn it on at some point.
Dangerous prospect in the past, Frankie and toys. Okay, I'm with you now, I am with you.
Well, 100%. They are run by Frankie, so toying is probably one of the first training sessions they do each week.
Yeah, I believe
Clemmer goes straight through.
Frankie has been trying to get pegging.
Pegging?
To be the usual warm-up for the Gronks.
All right. Well, your next challenge... Your next challenge is, how do you tie pegging into a sports broadcast?
Just did.
Look, who needs to lead in with some intelligent talk about the subject we're calling? Let's just throw it out in the line. Frankie's team loves to get pegged.
And I think this is what they're trying. At the moment they're like, look, Muffin Stuffers, you're languishing around down the bottom there. Well, how about I present you mine?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, there'll be plenty of pegging going on in the Muffin Stuffers dressing room if they do manage to pull off the win here, I think.
Look, at this stage, I think that they're currently sourcing a printer. I'm hearing that they're trying to get the lyrics for the team's song printed out. No one in the squad knows it.
Oh, so you mean SOURC sourcing, not the special white sauce that you'll get at the end of a pegging session?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay, cool. Just wanted to clarify that. Thank you very much for that.
Fair enough. I understand the confusion, and look, could have looked foolish if we didn't clear that up.
Well, look, to be fair, I asked. Oh, bondage is the first thing at training for the Gronks. You should probably work on not giving away penalties. That might help. But let's be honest, I was only asking for clarification for our mate Frankie. Because I could hear him at home going, oh, now they're talking about sauce. They've gone from pegging into sauce. It happened a little quicker than he expected, but going from pegging straight into sauce is kind of what he wanted there.
Did Muffin Stuffers really just do that?
Yes, they did, and Will Hopperwhite, he nearly walked around them and went the length of the field too.
Holy Jesus. Just get the parent here, roll the attack. All I've got to do is put something on here, and I might have a chance to take my lead. I
actually genuinely like Ryan. I think he's pretty cool and he's pretty funny. But Jesus, his team is not making it hard for us to give him shit, are they?
No, they aren't, and that is the part that does make it a little bit difficult. Definitely a little bit more likeable than his box-head brother, but yeah, I feel that he's copying a lot of my wrath because he is who he is. He's related to Cole.
Well, I must admit, like, I give him shit this week, but it is the Biggins Eagles who play Muffin Stuffers in round 5. So I won't give him too much shit, because if there's one thing I've learnt about being the CEO of Biggins Eagles, is we are happy to give a team a boost off the bottom of the ladder whenever we can.
Oh, look, charity starts at home, but, you know, sometimes you just need to do the right thing by the little guy.
Well, yeah, very true. So we're 65 minutes in and the game is still 6-all. It is going backwards.
And go for the field goal in that last set, actually. Instead, putting the bomb up and giving away 7 tackles a set.
You know what? I've seen a bit of that in this game. There's been a few bombs where they've given away 7 tackle sets on both sides.
It really is just showing my point that bomb the post.
Well, yeah. Oh, Brian Kelly has gone through. Brian Kelly has just scored his first try of the season, and the Muffin Stuffers, with 13 minutes to go, have just gone 10-6 up on the scoreboard.
Wow, they are really doing their best here to let their fans down. Just taking the lead with 13 to go, only to, well, we all know what will happen, only to lose this game.
Yes.
A prediction, but I believe it was something written by Nostradamus himself.
So even that far back in history, he was making relevant calls for today. Trent ripped off again, Frankie, hey? I don't see how. I mean, but sure, let's run with it.
Probably should have kept Mitchell Pearce and his dog rigging tattoos. What was that?
Sorry, I was drinking my beer as you said it. To save myself spitting it all over my TV, I had to do a little girly laugh instead.
I thought Kev finally joined the broadcast.
But hasn't the change in halfback maybe proven to be the wrong move?
Yeah, it's just the Gronks gagging on their own decisions.
See how you tied gagging in well there? I'm still trying to figure out how you can ever tie pegging into a football broadcast. Basically, as we pointed out, you did find a way, but it was pretty straightforward. There was no intelligent sort of pun being brought to pegging. It was just straight out, they're going to do pegging after the game. Oh, Valentine Holmes goes through, but he is brought down by Dugan.
Okay, here comes the moment of truth. Every Muffin Stuffers fan out there is currently going a bit of old 50 cent, 5 cent in the back door department as they see that this game is about to slip away.
Mate, I tell you what, they will be on the edge of their seats. He's had... Alright, if you can't hear it from here, folks, I'll tell you what's happening in the household of Frankie right now. I think he's near throwing them unicorn headset through the TV. Because Dugan's just gone through. No, he's pulled down by Val Holmes.
I think we have all just discovered something here.
Yeah, what's that?
Playing shit football is contagious, like coronavirus. The Gronks came into this as heavy favourites, and they just have caught the Muffin Stuffers disease. And
haven't they?
What was that last play option? Oh, there's 4 people standing around there. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw it into the back of somebody.
Mate, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh,
Just trying to see. Kev's written. Oh, they've scored again. Muffin stuffers. Sorry. I've taken my eyes off the game. Kev did just message, or more importantly, he laughed at a message I wrote earlier on, so I'm just trying to see which one that might be. No. He's probably scrolled back up and started looking at old messages again. So was that Dugan that scored next to the posts now?
Yeah.
So Dugan, we've given him shit. Well, here we go. Frankie, I think you're past the ripped off stage now.
Yeah, just in the getting whacked around the field stage.
Mate, aren't they?
Normally has to pay a bit of double for that.
He does. I can't see what one Kev's liked.
Always best game to win during the season. What? I think Kev shared something with the wrong page. Technology isn't.
Oh no. So okay, he laughed at the Tiger Power versus Chester Road. I loved getting whacked around, Frankie. All right, he does like a bit of what is it? S&M. Yeah. Bit of bondage for him. So
now pegging makes all the sense in the world, doesn't it?
100%. Loves to get whacked in and around the rim. So in the 79th minute, the Muffin Stuffers have come up with an upset win, and probably the upset win of the season.
The most disappointing part about this is they're no longer at the bottom of the table.
No, they're not. Mind you, the team that is, and as Kev has alluded to, it's always the best game to win during the season, beating Tiger Power. Now, what makes that win even better is that his win over Tiger Power and the Muffin Stuffers' win over the Gronks has meant that Tiger Power are currently languishing down the bottom of the ladder on their own. The only team on a duck egg now are Tiger Power. So, okay. Stewie, feel free to get your headset.
Great work, Muffin Stuffers.
Yeah, I'm actually cheering for it now, and I think you'll even find that even Frankie at home is cheering for the Muffin Stuffers getting that win, because it means that every single one of us can now give shit to Stewie about losing 4 straight and being the only team on the bottom of the ladder.
So I'm just getting something come through my headset here. I'm hearing Frankie took the dive. Did a quick sum of the table and went, you know what? Just for trapping young Cecil into your games, I'm going to get a bit of payback here. And yeah, enjoy the last spot, buddy. So well, keep your eyes on this space. I think Frankie's done the dirty on Tiger Power. If he's not dropping to his knees, he's diving into hookers. Young Frankie and the Gronks. Anyway, Muffin Stuffers win 18-6 at the SCG. A massive upset. Who was the man of the match? Kyle Flanagan. Kyle Flanagan, 5'8", has won player of the game. Is that the first 5'8"?
I think it is.
That has to be the first 5'8".
He must have set up Dugan and Kelly's tries. He is the first 5'8" in 4 rounds to win man of the match.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's not exactly a crucial position in fantasy football, the 5'8". So.
No, exactly right. So, yeah, wow, 18-6. So you say that, but then I think my second draft pick was Cody Walker. So, just goes to show the power of Squibby and the Biggins Eagles. Yeah. Anyway, let's get out of this game. It's been a pleasure bringing it to you. We're sorry, Frankie. We know you're a massive supporter and we'd love to see your team win, but I'm not overly upset about that, because that means there is one team like single-handedly holding up the rest of the ladder now, and that team is Tiger Power with their big dirty duck egg of 0 wins in 4 games, and I must admit Biggins Eagles were one of them, so I'm pretty happy to take the win there. But Chester Road Railers have made sure that Tiger Power are currently last on the ladder. Thank you very much for joining us, Paulie. Thank you for joining us with your lunch, mate. Let's give it 5 to 10 minutes and let's bring the last game of Super Saturday on Easter Sunday. to you. I am currently 5 of my 6 beers in, drinking the golden ale of Singer, the beer of Thailand. If you've ever been to Thailand, you know the beer I'm talking
seen
about.
Our ping pong show. What?
Yeah, no. In fact, if you've been to Thailand and haven't seen a ping pong show, you are doing Thailand wrong. Okay.
That's the biggest tourism attraction, I believe. You've got quite a few things going for Thailand, and ping pong shows #1 tourist hotspot.
On top, mate, on top. So get amongst it. Just don't do drugs over there, kids. It's not worth the firing squad that you will face. So just want to throw that disclaimer out. A little bit of a public service announcement there.
Don't do drugs, okay?
Don't do drugs, okay? Anyway, guys, we will be back with the last game of Aussie Tugboat versus Prickled Venus. Thanks for joining us, and we will catch you all soon. Yeah, as you said, Todd Greenberg. Now the game everyone has been waiting to see. You were right, mate. Just give me 10 minutes to sort my shit out, and then we'll be back.
Sitting around waiting in the wings,
mate. I love it. I genuinely do love it. So, anyway, finishing up. Let's go.